You know, sometimes this life can get rough. You get knocked down, but you gotta get up. Keep going.
Everybody, welcome to the latest edition of the APF Sports Show. I'm your host, Coach D. Today is a special edition of this episode because I'm back home in my hometown of Magnolia, Arkansas. It's been some years since I've been here, but it's just a feel-good moment to come back and see family and friends that I haven't seen before. With that being said, this next guy that I'm sitting down with is a legend here in the town of Magnolia. I've known this guy, this little guy, for years. I remember him, growing up with a fake basketball in church, dribbling it throughout basketball, dribbling it throughout church with, just with that fake basketball. And to see him develop and grow into what he's become today, makes it even more special to sit down in our hometown of Magnolia and do this episode, man. Without further ado, let me get into this introduction of this young man. Bear with me because it is a little bit long, okay? Now, this guy, he's an emerging talent in the world of basketball, known for his exceptional athleticism, versatility on and off the court. He has quickly become a standout name among scouts and fans around the country. His impressive list of accolades include being two-time Gatorade Arkansas Player of the Year and a McDonald's All-American nominee. He was also honored as the Class 4A Player of the Year twice by the Arkansas Basketball Coaches Association. Was named First Team All-Arkansas Preps by the Arkansas Democrat Gazette. In high school, he averaged about 24 points a game and totaled a career of 2,196 points. I did the research. He didn't know it. I had to find it for him. And he was a 4-year starter as well. His career, he was marked by leading the team to 3 Class 4A state titles and earning 4A state tournament MVP 3 times. Impressive. It speaks for itself, man. Join us as we dive into the deep conversation about his journey, his achievements, his mindset, and what lies ahead in for the promising young athlete. Get ready for a one-of-a-kind conversation with the one and only Derrian Ford. Derrian Ford. What's up, little bro?
What's up, man?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Man, I appreciate you for taking time out of your summer little wind down right now to sit down and chat with me, man. As I mentioned in the introduction, bro, I've been knowing you since birth. Remembering dribbling that little orange basketball that every kid gets as a young age, dribbling throughout church, you just keeping that ball in your hand. Then watching you, grow and develop into what you've become today, man. It's just been a blessing and a pleasure watching you, bro. And I know you're far from done and everything. And like I said, I just want to let you know that me being in California, I'm still watching you, rooting for you, and I'm telling everybody out there about you as well, too, bro.
Thank you.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So how's the family?
Family's good. It's a blessing.
Good, man. Church, everything's good?
Church was good. Went there today. Had a great sermon.
That's good. Brother Jeff did his thing?
Did his thing.
That's great, man. Great. Mom, dad, everybody's good?
Family's great.
That's amazing, man. Good. So how's school?
School's going good. Finished up. I passed.
That's great.
I passed.
You got it. Yes, sir.
I passed, so on to the next.
On to the next one, man. On to the next. And you have to report back when?
It should be sometime in June. At the beginning of June.
You ready?
I'm ready.
My guy. So what you been up to since you been here?
Just spent a lot of time with family, man. Just hanging out with the family, really. It didn't just be with my dad. He's training me, get my body right.
Yep.
Kind of like a rehab recovery with him, but he know what I need. He knows my body better than anybody.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Just being your father, he's gonna push you and know how to push you in ways that nobody else is gonna do it.
My mom says he's like the doctor, trainer,
Yep, she's the one rehabbing you.
Yeah, knowing medicine to give me.
Yep,
and stuff.
Absolutely. So. That's exactly what it is, man. Like, with my son, I'm looking at DJ. You know, I'm the one who's gonna tear you down.
Yep.
You know, mom is gonna be the one who builds you back up
Yes.
with the rehab work, man. Yeah. But like I said, nobody's gonna push you like your father, bro. So just stay with that, man, and everything will continue to work itself out, bro.
I'm happy. I'm happy to be at home.
Ah, man, yeah, me too,
Happy
man.
at home.
Man, bro, you know, it's been some years. It's been, for my sake, it's just been way too long, man. It's been 2015, 16 since I've been here. You know, way too long. It's been, you know, since I've seen family, but I'm here. You know, it felt good to wind down from being in the city, you know.
That's the biggest thing with me. I think my dad always says nothing, or like I'm not missing nothing when I come back.
Yeah.
But still, like, I think my biggest thing is just being around them.
Yeah, it
is
is.
being around
It
them.
is, man.
And then I'm happy to see the community, people in the community when I come back. You know, just a guy used to tell me when I used to go back and train with them, they used to be like, man, it seems like you rejuvenated.
Ah, yeah,
So
man,
it's
you
like,
do.
it's like I get refreshed when I come back down here, seeing the people just give me another amount of energy when I go back.
Same with me, man. And you know, just walking around, went to the Boston Festival a little bit. You know, seeing people at the local stores. You know, they coming up. You know, everybody call me Thumper. Thump, man, bro. It's great to see you. You know, we see what you're doing throughout social media, the podcast, your training. Everything is going great, man. We're proud of you. Keep going. Bro, yeah, man.
Another amount of motivation.
Yeah, bro. And you know, before we jumped on air, you know, hearing what you said, you know, bro, I'm listening to it and everything is going great, man. You know, it's a feel good moment to hear people support you like that, bro. So the same way I'm supporting you, man, and I appreciate it that you're doing the same thing for me, bro.
Absolutely.
My guy. All right, man. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Home take care of home.
Home take care of home, man. You're right, man. Well, let's dive into this podcast, bro. Let's do it, man. All right, man. So for my people that, you know, who follow me and necessarily don't know who you are, tell everybody who Derrian Ford is. Who is you? Who are you, man?
Derrian Ford, child of God, you know, God-fearing young man. That was instilled in me at a young age in my household. And so he's just a God-fearing young man, somebody that works hard, that stays out the way, stay in his own lane, not trying to bother nobody, but if you need something from him or you just need somebody just listen to you, he can be there to listen, you know, never thinks he's more than somebody else or over somebody else because of the stage that he's been put on or where he's been. You know, just like a normal person off the court, you know, I might just be able to jump a little higher on the court and stuff like that. But he's just a regular person, man. He loves being around his family. He's family guy, family oriented. And he just loves being home.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. And hit home, same way. Same way, man. You know, just, you know, being around family, you know, getting the extra boost of motivation, pretty much like what you just said. You know, that's who I am as well, too, man. So that's great, bro. I'm glad to hear you still have those values that were instilled in you as a young age, man. It says a lot about who you are and your character, bro. All right, man. So the first real question I got for you, man, early beginnings, okay? Can you tell us about your early years in basketball and what inspired you to start playing? What made you start playing? I think I know the answer, but what really inspired you?
Man, I think it just basically just happened. Like, that's when I grew up around. My dad put the ball in my hands, first sport I knew.
Yeah.
So it's just something that I wanted to get better at. I started to play football just a little bit, but basketball just always been where my passion and love was. And then seeing that over there on Shamrock, 2703 Shamrock, where it all started, you know, it's just a lot of basketball been put over there. And then seeing my family, knowing what basketball could do for my family, it just made me keep on working. Even when I get tired, just keep on thinking about what would your younger self see you like now. So just motivates me. Like, it just started at 2703, basketball, first sport I saw, and it's just something that just kept going.
It kept going. You know, and you hear, you know, like you said, you touched on it just a little bit, but you hear, you know, not just basketball players, but athletes in general, when they are, you know, excelling in the sport, they tell you that I felt at peace. I was at home. I was always happy when I did this sport. And that was one thing that really stood out with what you said, outside of remembering the address where it started at. But you said that you felt happy. You know, and man, that's your happy place. And I always told people, even though I didn't, you know, go to college to play ball or anything like that, but every time I stepped on the court is when I felt happy. I felt at peace. Everything that I was dealing with outside of basketball, it went away. You know, for me now, that's my coaching. That's what I do with my athletes. You know, no matter what stress of anything that I'm dealing with outside of it. But when I step in front of my athletes, like, I'm happy, I'm at peace. And I get that same way with my family as well too. But coaching is my happy place. You know what I'm saying? So that's great, bro. All right, next one I got for you, man. High school success, bro. You've had a lot of it. You know, from ninth grade, you were a four-year high school player. Ninth grade up, and I think you ninth grade when you did it, you were still supposed to play junior high ball, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I was still supposed to play junior high.
Yeah, but then
that wasn't normal for us to start playing high school. We used to go 10th grade up.
Yep, and in California, it's normal. You go ninth grade, you're in high school, even though it's rare, but you do have freshmen who are, that good, can go play varsity. And being that you were a freshman and starting on varsity, that's, it spoke volumes and everything. I remember my dad told me that, and I'm like, what? Ain't he supposed to play, middle school? Yeah. They say, no, he's that good to go play. And I said, okay, he's real. So what are some of the key factors that contributed to your success in Magnolia High School? What were the key factors of that, man?
First and foremost was keeping God first. But the second is just consistent work ethic, just being consistent. Me and my dad would train like constantly. Never a day I could think of that we didn't do something dealing with basketball.
I remember videos.
Yeah, so videos, man. We were posting every day.
Yeah.
And that's something that kind of motivated me too, just being able to post videos that the world can see, not just only the local kids, but in reality, by us posting those videos, like even now when we post them, it's not just for me just to post them and put them out there. It's for the kids to see that, man, you can do this, or you can, just because you come from Magnolia don't mean you can't get to this certain level, man. You don't let everybody tell you that you can't do nothing.
Facts, man. And I look at it, with what I do. You use social media as a business now. It either can hurt you or it can help you grow if you use it the right way, right? So when I look at that, man, not only, am I posting to help grow my brand, but I'm posting to remind people like, yo, I came from a small town, man. Magnolia, 12,000 people? Yeah. 12,000 people, man. If I can, have the opportunity to sit down with, somebody like Carson Palmer, who's, 15-year NFL veteran, Heisman Trophy winner, or start my own training company, training high-level athletes, helping them get to college and stuff like that, you can do something like that too, right? So don't get caught up in the BS that's going to, follow you. If you can do that, man, you can do stuff like what you're doing. You can do stuff like what Coach D is doing, So I'm glad you said that, man, because like I said earlier, it just speaks about your character, bro. Yeah. And I'm going to hit on that a lot because I've known you so long and I know your character, So I'm just proud of that, bro. How did it feel to lead your team, to the state finals so many times, man?
Man, it felt good knowing the work that you done put in, and you don't see it at the beginning, but then when you actually meet that goal or you meet something that you want to do, it feels good. It makes you think, man, I'm glad I kept on doing what I was doing because if I had to stop back then, this wouldn't be happening. So you got to take the good with the bad during the process, and, I think it'll work out in the end for a lot of people to stay on the right track.
Absolutely. It will, man. Like I said, you got to keep the main thing. The main thing. Like you said, is God, right? Even if we have some people who don't believe in God, which is just that's your choice. I know I believe in Him, and I give thanks to Him every day. I wake up before I go to sleep. I pray with my kids and stuff like that. And like I said, without Him, none of this is possible, right? So you got to keep the main thing, and then remember the workload that you got to go through. You're not going to see it out the gate, but at the end, the end result is what you're looking for, right, man? Just like what you said, bro. Accolades. All right, man, you got plenty of them. And I tried to name as many as I can. I was stumbling on my words a little bit because I'm looking, but you got many, man. The accolades and recognition, bro. You received numerous awards, including, the Gatorade Arkansas Player of the Year 2 times. Which award or recognition has meant the most to you? And then tell me why has it, been that way?
I think the award that meant the most is...
It'll make you think, man.
The award that meant the most... I want to save my state championship my freshman year,
Yeah.
being able to get the MVP of that
As a freshman.
as a freshman. I want to say that one, but then again, I want to say Gatorade, my Gatorade Player of the Year, because I don't know anybody else that has those, like, in my time,
Yeah.
or that I've seen growing up playing. I don't know anybody.
I don't think. I was just say from here, from
Yeah,
Magnolia,
from Magnolia, I don't
to
know.
Waldo to Emerson, McNeil, surrounding towns. It's been so much talent come
Yeah.
through here. Even before I was born,
Mhm.
Hearing your dad talk about, my dad talk about the amount of talent that's
Yeah.
came through here. But I don't think it's been, and I could be wrong, and I didn't fact check this, but I don't think it's anyone down in this area who's won, Gatorade Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Not once, but twice, on top of leading, a varsity team
Yeah.
as a freshman. I don't think it's been anybody do that. Maybe I don't even know if Scottie Pippen did that.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I don't know, bro. Or even even Joe Johnson. He's up Little Rock area, but I don't even know if he did it as well, man.
So,
You
I
know,
don't know.
but that's
all I know is Daniel. I think Daniel Gafford might. I think in El Dorado.
El Dorado, yeah.
I think he might have one. That's the only person I do know.
Okay.
But just far as, like you said, Magnolia,
Yeah.
I don't know anybody in Magnolia.
Nah, man.
But they could. I just don't know.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
know,
what made
man.
me think about that being my most achievable one, or I'm most happy with, the Gatorade Player of the Year
That's awesome.
banners.
That's great, man. That's great. And like I said, when I seen it, not once but twice, I say 2 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I can understand why that would be like a moment that's so high for you, right? Winning 1, but 2, that's that's next level, bro. You have people who are, 5, 6-star athletes who don't even touch a Gatorade Player of the Year, man. So that's great, bro. All right, now let's get to the transition to college, bro. How big of an adjustment was it for you coming from, they tell you, like we said earlier, Magnolia is a small town, real small town, but coming from a small town, then transitioning to an even bigger stage in college. How hard was that transition for you, man?
Now that I think about it now, I feel that the transition wasn't hard. I feel that it's just the mental, like, to the younger kids that will be coming up, I feel that mental is the biggest transition.
Facts.
Mentally, not because physically, I've been training with my dad for so long. I think physically I have what I need to have going to college. I think mentally, that's where that's the biggest adjustment. And then just believing in yourself. Like, that's why I would tell the kids, like, never let anybody take your confidence away, and just believe in yourself, like, more than you ever have.
Facts.
And so that's just something that stuck with me. Just believe in yourself more than you ever have.
Absolutely. And you know what? And I tell athletes I work with all the time, that Coach D can have all the confidence in you in the world, but if you don't have that in yourself, what are we doing, right? And everything, it starts with God, but after that, bro, it's you. You got to have that confidence in yourself that you can do these things, because if you don't, no matter what I tell you to try to build your confidence up, then it's not going to work. So you got to have that confidence in yourself of what you're doing, so hearing what you just said and tying it to what I just said, it just shows, bro, that, you're on the right track for what you're doing, man. So when you transition and you were able to, get over it, the mental side of everything, was everything like a smooth process for you as much as it could be?
Yeah, everything was smooth. It's just the process. I knew it was just the process. I know God's going to test me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And, but he never going to give me nothing I can't handle. But it's just the test. The mental part was just the test, and it's getting better each and every day. And some people, like, coming up this season, they might take the confidence, they might take it as arrogance or something. But as long as I know and the man above, God know what I'm doing, and I'm humble.
What they tell you,
stay humble.
They tell you, a lot of people will mistake your confidence as cockiness, and when they do that, it's because you're somewhere where they're not. Yeah. And unfortunately, I hate to say that, but it's just true. It's just facts. People will mistake your confidence as being cocky, and then they'll, he ain't this and he ain't that, and it's because they're at a place that they don't want to be. But like I said, if you keep everything in line like it's supposed to be, and know what your confidence should be, God know what your confidence should be, you're going to be all right, bro, And I'm, like I said, keep touching up on that because we know, just our upbringing, right? And that's how it's supposed to be, bro. All right, the next one I got for you, man. Future aspirations. What are your goals for college basketball this upcoming year, man?
This upcoming year, I would say being different. Being different.
Touch up on that being different.
Being different. I would say just, like I said, the confidence part. Some people gonna take it as a different approach, but me just wonder how I always felt, just being able to let it all out, not caring about what this person might think, because like I said, I know what I'm doing this for. I know how I really feel. I know who I truly am. I know God, the talks I have with God, He knows who I truly am. So just being different this year, being comfortable with doing things that I want to do, how I feel on the court, like not overthinking things, but also like while I'm doing these things, I'm still going to be respectful.
Oh, yeah.
So just being different, far as, you have Derrian right now, you have Ford on the court.
Yeah, man.
And so just being able to separate the two, but wanting the kids know that, man, this dude is a great guy overall.
Yeah.
So that's just far as me just being different, just being comfortable, being uncomfortable, doing things that I didn't want to do this past season, or saying things I didn't want to say this past season. Just being more comfortable, maturing.
Yeah, as a leader, right? Yeah, man, absolutely.
Maturing.
Yeah, as a leader, right? Yeah, man, absolutely. And you hear, the greats that came before you. Let's take the Mikes, the Kobes.
Yeah.
That's who sticks out to me when I think about basketball, right? When they stepped in between those lines, they said there were no bigger killers on the court besides Kobe and Michael. They would kill you, say things to you on the court, but that's because they went into their alter ego, is what they say, right? But when they stepped off the court, they were still competitive, but they were able to turn that switch off and be Michael and Kobe, instead of being the Black Mamba and Air Jordan, or what what they was calling him. So hearing you saying that you want to be different on those lines, Derrian off the court and Ford on the court, that lets me know that, okay, I'm turning into like an assassin on the court. That's great, bro.
It's always been something that I'm real competitive. I like to win, so
yeah, man.
I really didn't. I always just kept it in here, but in my head I knew what I want to do on the court. But now it's probably for me to up my game. I could just speak how I feel with it, with still being the same way.
That's what comes with time, confidence, and maturing. Like you said, being a leader, learning how to be a leader, right? Not everybody, even Michael wasn't born, just a natural leader, right? He had to learn how to lead and stuff. Yeah, you got to learn. He had to learn how to make his teammates better. Same with Kobe. It's very few people that have just been natural born leaders from day one. One I can think of is Magic Johnson. Even that was before my time, but he was just that natural leader. Not saying he didn't take his bumps and bruises, but he was just like one of those natural leaders throughout the game of basketball, bro. Now, being different, I know you're looking to add to your game to make it better and everything, man. So, without going into too much details, but what have you been doing to really up your game this year? Besides, I know you're training and stuff like that, but a couple things in particular that you've been doing to, like, okay, I'm adding this to my weaponry arsenal. What am I gonna do, man?
Mental,
my boy. Mental. Getting mentally tough, man.
Mental. That's what's gonna add to the bag.
My boy.
So we'll see this year.
My guy. Say less. That's it, man. That's why I say don't go into too many details. Just a little, short thing, man. The mental side of everything, and that's half the battle. That's more than half the battle. 90% of the battle. Some people say 80. I tell everybody, I think it's 90. The other 10 is all physical, bro.
I get more competitive each and every day. I feel just being around come back home to get rejuvenated, like how you were when you were a kid, not getting away from those things and not forgetting who you are, where you came from. Even like just dominoes or any type of game, anything with player, anything with player on it, whether it's go-kart race,
bro,
it don't matter. Just being competitive, wanting to win. I think you just gotta be able to just know that you don't care. Like some people not gonna like how you are like this, but this just who I am. Like I'm real competitive, instead of just holding it all in,
Yeah.
just being able to speak it.
You're not gonna please everybody.
Yeah.
You can't please everybody. Nobody does, man. But you gotta be content with that as a person, as a leader. You know, just it's who you are as a man. You gotta be content with that, man. So, but you're good, man. Just stay focused on it. You be good, bro. All right. Trainings and preparations, bro. So like I said, I've been watching you know, not train maybe in person, but just seeing it through videos and stuff that you post, your workouts and stuff. They seem intense, bro.
Yeah.
But can you walk us through a day-to-day a day-to-day for you, like a workout session? If I'm going to do training with my dad, you know, give me a walkthrough of that, and then I want to walk through of something that you would do in college.
So with college, it's more like timed. Like everything's in, you know what time you're gonna be doing certain things. Back here, man, we can go to the gym at 1 or 2 in the morning. Man. Back here is like just adapting. Like when my dad makes me adapt to everything. Like I could be asleep, you wake me up at 1 in the morning, let's go work out.
Yeah.
We can wake up at 9 in the morning, let's go work out, then go right back at 2 o'clock in the evening. You know, just with him is just being able to adapt to any situation, which is like why I like working with my dad, because like he just makes me so adaptable. So when I go to certain colleges or places to train with teams and things of that nature, man, it just makes it easy.
Yeah, nothing surprises you no more. Yeah, man. You know, those, you know, early morning workouts, you know, 1, 2 in the morning, those are things that, you know, you're the greats do. Kobe did it. You know, Kobe would, you know, go to the gym 4 in the morning, wake up 4 in the morning, be at the gym at 4:30, whatever it was, and, you know, he's already had a full 2-hour workout when the team arrived. Then to go through another 2-hour workout with the team. Then he's shooting shots up again, you know, after it's over, bro. So those, like he said, those workouts that he did became, what he said, biblical.
Yeah.
That was old school, straight to the point, but they worked for him, right? So, and that's not like what you're doing, man.
We just go in, just shoot free throws.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just go, people think, I mean, my dad just constantly. Sometimes he just want to talk to me about life, which is another thing about him. Like, we don't just talk about basketball.
No, you can't, man.
Tell me to go shoot free throws, then I can go ride horses.
Yeah.
You know, just, I think it's like just like a certain type of freedom. Like, it's like a freedom, but you still like, he let me be a kid, but he's still.
You have to. Even though you're, how old are you now?
20.
20, yeah, you're 20 years old.
I still call myself a kid.
Yeah, but you, I mean, to your dad, you know, even though he's gonna look at you like, yeah, that's my young man, that's my kid. Like when I reached out to him, I said, yo, where your boy at? He know what I was talking about, my son. You know, I need your boy on the podcast, man. So, but like I said, no matter how old you get, even like my dad, my pops, you know, my kids, so it's my kids and stuff like that. So he's gonna always want you, you know, no matter what, even though you're a grown man, but to lay back and be a kid sometimes, you know, like, and he knows that. That's why he's able to go do those life talks with you and not just train you hard. You know, from the videos that you post, people will get the perception that you're only doing physical, hard stuff with your dad all the time. But that's cool because you're on the outside looking in what we do, man. You know,
don't know the whole story.
Yeah, they don't know the whole story. And you know what? They're not supposed to.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to know the whole story. They're only supposed to see glimpses of what you do and then the results of what you get out on the sport that you play. You know, then everything else that they see outside there is just a little extra on the cake, bro.
Yeah,
That's it. That's it. Just a little bit extra, man. That's good, bro. All right, next one I got for you, man. Wait, before me touch back on that. So the things that, the workouts you do in college, compared to what you and your dad do, is there really a big difference? I know it is.
It's a big difference.
It is. Gotta be, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big difference. Like with my dad, like it's mental. With them, it's physical and mental. Like not saying that college, when I go work out at the college, it's A-State, it's not mental either, but it's just a different feeling. You know, like it seemed like my dad pushed me past my limits. Like with him, I'm able to go past my limits, and he know what buttons to push to get me to a certain point. Not saying the college coaches don't as well, but it's just a difference.
It's a difference because that's your dad. And
and
I
know
don't
that too. Like my college coaches know that too. Like when I go home, like my head coach, Coach B, he said, careful, man. Be careful. So
yeah, man.
He knows when I go back home, we're gonna put in a lot of work. But
Yeah.
they understand.
They understand. Yeah, like you said, and we touched up on this earlier, man. That I don't care, what coach you go to, but your dad was there with you from start to finish. He's gonna know this gets under his skin. I'm gonna say this to him to make him see if it can motivate him to go harder and everything. So we know all the buttons to push, man, to help you get past those breaking points where you at, bro. So that's just the great thing about fatherhood, being a dad, man. All right, okay. Next one I got for you, man. Role models and influences, bro. Who have been your biggest role models, influences, since you've been coming up? Give me at least, let's say, let's give three. Give me 3 role models for you. And I know one off top, and that's going to be, Darnell. Yeah. That's going to be Mr. Ford himself, man.
That's the only one I could have gave you. That's the only one I could have gave you.
Yeah.
So I had to think about who else. Man, I'm going to be honest with you, man.
Yeah.
I only watch my dad, man.
Yeah.
I watch, like, NBA players and
you know what? And I wasn't even looking for NBA players. I was, when I asked these questions to youth athletes, even the pro athletes that I've interviewed, right? And I've I just say, just growing up, who was the ones that you really looked up to? And none of them gave me professional athletes. Yeah. Maybe Carson Palmer gave me one. But other than that, it was all like family and things like that, man. So
yeah, basically just my dad, man.
Yeah.
My mom.
Oh, yeah, don't leave her left. Don't leave her out, man.
My mom a role model too.
Yeah.
So those two, and then I get on my mom after this. But my dad just being, he at the top for me. Like just being as far as a role model, he at the top for me. Like I always tell my mom, like I wish I could have was put back into when he was like a teenager or something. I could just see not knowing that I'm his son. Yeah. But just seeing how he was.
Yeah, see how he was as a kid, man.
I know some things he don't want me to see or because he made mistakes and everybody makes mistakes. But still, I just want to be able to hang around him, because I just love being around my dad.
Yeah, for sure, man. That's great. I mean, I just that relationship that you have with a son has with a father, it's different from like a daughter and father. That relationship between father and son is like special. Yeah. Because that's the first dude that you're looking up to be like, and being that you like, that was the top of your list, like, my dad, man, because he's been right there with me. He's helped me grind and stuff like that, and honestly, tell you the truth, bro, I knew, like I said, I knew he was going to be, top of that list, and I figured Mom would have been there, and I was trying to see who will be one more for you, man. That's why I was like, I'm going to make you think on this podcast, bro. If you don't got one, you don't got one. But I mean, you gave me 2.
I always want to take care of my dad would always tell me this when I was a kid, take care of your grandma. Like, actually, he would say take care of her before taking care of my dad and mom. Yeah, before him and my mom.
We're going to be good. Yeah. Yeah, let's get your grandma
So
situated.
my grandma, like, she never complains. Yeah. I like being around her. I love being around her. And I want to speak with my mom, and she never complains. My mom, I told her I'm her favorite child, but she don't like saying that in front of the kids.
She can't say it. Mom would never do that, man. Yeah.
Like you said, I go to my mom. Like if something going wrong with me in basketball, I go to my mom for like good stuff. I don't feel like talking to my dad.
Of course, because
she not gonna say nothing. She ain't gonna make me more mad.
No, she not.
She ain't gonna make me more mad. But
she's gonna be that security blanket.
Yeah,
even though
that's right. She gonna tell you it'll be all right.
Yeah, Dad and otherwise, we gonna tell you. Yeah. I mean, we can be security blankets too, but it's gonna be in a different way. Yeah. We gonna give you the blunt truth about the matter and what we feel. It may not be what you want to hear.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be what I want to hear, but it's gonna be the truth.
It's gonna be the truth, man. And I do that, with my kids as well. It ain't gonna be what you want to hear, but I'm gonna tell you the truth, the point of the matter, and I just hope it may not be today, but eventually you'll understand it, and it's gonna make you a better person and make you a better player in the sport that you playing, man. So that's good. No, but I honestly tell you the truth, your dad, mom, and anybody else that you gave me extra it's just extra, like we talked about, man. All right, cool. Let me get to the next one, Lil Broski. All right. you have a lot of memories,
Mm-hmm.
those moments and stuff like that. What has been your biggest moment, in your basketball career? I know you said earlier, we talked about the awards and everything, but just your moment that hasn't been like, oh, I won this award or anything like. But in your basketball career, what has been your biggest moment so far?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Biggest moment in basketball for me,
Yeah.
I feel just being able to actually get to go to college. Get to go to college and play basketball. A lot of people don't get the opportunity, and then, like
especially
I said,
from here, right?
yeah, especially from here, don't get a lot of recognition and stuff. So just being able to go actually play college basketball and being able not to just go play on the team, but actually play. Not just say that you went there, like you actually make an impact on the team. So I think that's like one of the biggest things for me in my basketball moments for right now.
Okay,
for
right now. Yeah, right now. You're still young into it, man.
Yeah,
I get
so
yep.
Still want to achieve a lot more. Like you said before we start this, you're not where you want to be, but you're happy. You're trending on the right path. So I'm not where I want to be, but I'm happy on this path that I'm going along right now.
Yep, same. And I think that's just a part of the journey that you got to accept, right? Like I'm looking, when people tell me, like, just, people that I've ran into here in Magnolia, man, they're approaching me like, Thump, and we're seeing what you're doing, keep going, bro. We're proud of you and stuff like that. And outside of me saying thank you, next thing I tell them, like, I'm happy on the journey that I'm on in the area where I'm trending, but I'm not where I want to be in. I'm not where I want to be. And as a, I call myself a perfectionist, right? I think most athletes, majority of athletes consider themselves perfectionists because you want to be as perfect as you can at what you're doing, right? And so I'm looking at the journey that I'm on. I don't know if I'll ever be, comfortable, with that situation because I feel like I always want to get better. Being a competitor, right, you feel like you always can get better. And I feel like that you have that same makeup as well, too. No matter what highest level that you feel like you can make, but you feel like you're always can get a little bit. It's always another level, but you always can push. Yeah, man. And that would... it keeps you going. Yep. You have to, man, because if you get contempt, I tell people it's like stagnant water. Stagnant water is full of mosquitoes and stuff that just grow there, right? Things that ain't good for you. But if you got flowing water, that's not stagnant, you continue to grow. You continue to grow. So don't be like stagnant water and just stuck in one spot. It's always another level of greatness that you can
never
reach
get
to.
Satisfied.
Man. Never get satisfied, man. That's facts, bro. All right. As athletes, man, we've had to learn how to adapt. We got to balance, academics. We got to balance sports. We got to balance being a child. Being a kid doing kid things, right? How have you learned to balance everything? From athletics to academics, and just being Derrian Ford. How hard was it for you to do that, and how did you do that, man?
Actually, so I'm glad you said that. My mom, man, she used to, before I went to college, she would always say, you're not going to survive. You're not going to survive. My mom used to tell me I'm not going to survive.
Yeah.
And because she used to, like in high school, she would like wake me up and stuff, like tell me I need to get to school. But I still be laying in the bed.
Yeah, procrastinating just a little bit, man.
Procrastinating, and when you get to college, now you don't have your mom and dad around.
Yeah.
But for me, without having them around, I had to become more responsible. Like, if I had a class at 8 o'clock, I started getting up at 6 because I'm so worried I'm going to miss class.
Yeah.
So it just gave me a amount of extra alertness or just being amped to get up more because I know I have to have this energy to get up right now because if I don't, then it's going to mess me up on the back end with basketball.
Yep.
So I had to start being more responsible, knowing that my mom and dad are not going to be able to wake me up or take me to get some food right now or help me clean up the room or fold clothes. Like, you got to start doing all these things on your own. So the transition, it kind of became, it wasn't that hard for me because I knew what I had to do.
Yeah.
So
that comes from upbringing, right? That's your upbringing, man. So pretty much, let's just speak on the South, where we're from. Just, let's say Magnolia. Most kids and I hope it's still this way. I know it was like that when I was younger. Majority of the kids were, at a young age taught, okay, here, go separate the clothes, color code them, whatever you need to do, whites to whites, blues and jeans and everything together like that, shirts one pile, towels one pile, you know how it is. Separate, wash the clothes, take out trash, mow the yard, dishes, things like that. They do that in an early age, so when you get to, high school, you're doing those things more on your own. Yep. When you get to college, it's just like second nature. Oh, the trash is full. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna what? I may not do it right now, but I'm finna get ready to go to class. I'm gonna take the trash out with me and not leave it sitting in here to stink up to my apartment. Make up my bed before I go. I gotta wash and fold my clothes. I gotta find time for that on the weekend sometime, or between classes, I need to put a load of clothes in. Food, like you said, everything can't be fast food, especially if you're a high-power athlete. Yeah. You got to know how to cook a little something for yourself.
That's the bad thing about me. I don't know how to cook.
Bro!
That's the bad thing. I don't know how to cook.
Hey, you know what? We calling the mom and dad as soon as we get done with the podcast.
I tell my mom, like, Mom,
bro,
I don't know what I'm eating tonight. I'm going to find me something. I'm going to get food, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna get food. I am going to get food, man. Yeah. But so, and I tell, my kids, you got to know how to eat. I'm not expecting you to know how to cook like mom, to do. It's different, especially in the South. Hope I don't come off wrong saying this, but women are really, really taught to take care of the household, do the cooking. Now, please, listen, you listen to this, my ladies, people listen to this, please don't take this the wrong way. That's now, I hope I don't come off saying it, but down south, it's just a little bit different. Women are just taught, from their great-grandmothers, their grandmothers, their moms, you got to make sure that your house is situated. You got the cooking and everything like that. Then your mom is teaching you that, especially if she sees you trending in the right direction like you are. You're off, whether it's military like I went, or it's off to college like you did, right? You're going to have to know how to do this, because you're not going to have a young lady that's going to help you right out the gate. It's going to take time to find you that one that you really like and really love, right? So you have to know how to do this on your own, right? Yeah, man. So I tell my kids, like, you got to know how to cook a little bit on your own. You have to, because you don't know how to cook on your own, man. And they tell you, dad tell you, mom tell you, a woman ain't going to want you if you know how to cook a little bit.
I know how to make a burger.
Hey, that's a start. That's a start,
I'm
man.
Tell you going to eat.
Yeah, you going to eat. Dad tell you, mom tell you, a woman ain't going to want you if you know how to cook a little bit.
I know how to make a burger.
Hey, that's a start. That's a start,
I'm
man.
Tell you going to eat.
Yeah, you going to eat.
You ain't going to never be starving. We're going to be full.
Yeah,
have something in your stomach.
Yeah, man. So if you can make you a good burger, and I think that's like, you got to know how to make a good burger, bro. You got to know how to turn on the oven and heat up that skillet to make a good burger, bro. But like I said, you're gonna get better at doing those things, because you're gonna get to the point where you want to experiment. You know what? Let me figure out how to make me some good baked chicken and some rice and some broccoli or something, whatever it is, man.
That's where I can start it.
Yeah, that's where you can start. Man, hey, YouTube it. Or tell you know what? You here to June? Tell mom, hey, mom, come on. Hey, let's go in the kitchen. Show me how to bake a real good chicken breast, some broccoli, and show me how to do rice. If I don't know how to do rice like the old-fashioned way and boil the water, I'm going to go get me an instant rice maker.
Yeah, she made some rice yesterday, man.
There it is, man. Yeah, man.
I don't know how she do it.
You got to figure it out, bro. Got to sit with mom and let her teach you how to do it, man. So, but yeah, bro. Next one I got for you, man. I know that you've been really, really involved in the community at a young age. Like I said, I've been knowing that just from being from Magnolia and keeping up with things that are going on here as much as I can. Especially with both of us being involved in sports, right? Involved in the community. How important is it for you to stay involved in the community, and what are one or two things that you're involved with in the community?
It's really important to me. It's important to me, like I said, you're never too good. Like, don't ever feel like you're too good to help people. Like, when I come back home, like, whatever I can get involved in, really, whether you want me to help with the trash or, like, when we were going to church, me and my dad, they used to give everybody jobs. Give everybody jobs to do for like homecoming and stuff for the church.
That's right.
My dad, he would always say we're gonna do the trash.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be the best at doing that.
Yep.
And like, so it's never like, don't ever feel like you're too good to do something, and try to be the best at whatever you do.
Facts, 100%, man.
Like, so when I say like taking the trash out, that's what I like. It don't matter to me. Like I take the trash out. I can't help you cook. I can't help you cook, but you want me to try to give you the stuff to cook for the people, I can do that for you.
I can go get the supplies you need. You tell me what you need, I do that, man.
Need.
I'm going to be the best at what I can do with that, man.
But just staying in the community, man, it's really important, man. You never know who you going to need in life one day, and you ain't always got to tell people, or I don't always have to go on social media and tell somebody, oh, I just helped them do this. I helped that person do that. I took the trash out right here. You know, sometimes I just do that the kindness of your heart, man, because you never know you're going to need in life. Just call and check up on them sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Two things I want to touch up on with that, bro. Floyd Mayweather, he's been in the news for things that he's done in the past and stuff like that, being an asshole, being rude to people and stuff like that. But I always tell people, that could be really him, but knowing people who've had a chance to be around Floyd, he's really big in the community, helping, passing out, things during the holidays, doing fundraisers and stuff for kids and toy drives and stuff like that, donations and things like that. I've heard of this one story where I forget the boxer's name. It was a professional boxer that he fought in the past, and I think it was either he passed away or his mom passed away, but Floyd paid for the whole funeral. Doing things like that go under the radar that people don't know about, right? Everything you do is not supposed to be blasted out to the world for the world to see, right? Some things need to be kept behind the scenes, right? Whether it's you opening up, medical clinics or whatever it is, or gyms for people to use, whatever, shelters, whatever it is, everything doesn't need to be blasted out for people to know, man. Sometimes you just want to do things out the kindness of your heart, right? Now, on the taking out the trash thing, I'm glad you said that, bro. When I've interviewed a young lady named Kylie Husband, she'll be a 10th grader next year when school start back, basketball player. She's a freaking beast, bro. I told her I want her to read this book. Have you heard of Unstoppable by Tim Grover?
I haven't.
You know who Tim Grover is? I'm about to tell you.
Is Tim Grover
Go ahead and say
trainer for Michael Jordan?
Yep, that was Michael and Kobe's trainer. That's who it is, man. He was, yes, there were people like quote unquote lifting weights, but he like really made it popular. With doing the things what Michael was doing, lifting in season and stuff like that, because he wanted to get stronger to face the bad boy Pistons and stuff like that. You heard that from The Last Dance, right? With Tim Grover, obviously we talked about he was the trainer for Michael Jordan. He has his book called Unstoppable. And he talks about janitors inside this book and how they have like multi-million-dollar businesses and stuff like that. But when these businesses close at nighttime, they call in the janitor to clean up the mess that everybody's made. The janitors are the most important people of that building, because when you come in the next morning, you don't see the mess that everybody makes. So tying it to an athlete, you're that janitor. You're the one that people call in to make the scene look great. Whether it's on the court, you're the one who's calling in to clean up the mess that, you and your team got yourself into. You're going to be the one who takes the game over and bring the team back, lead them to victory, whatever it is, right? You're that janitor. So I'm going to make sure you get a copy of that book. I want you to read that book, and it goes in and talks about being from good to great to unstoppable. Being that janitor who cleans up everything. It's a mindset book, and I always refer that book to my athletes. So I gotta have you read that book, man, Unstoppable. And I feel like it'll definitely give you more insight on how to change your mental, like we talked about earlier, bro. I promise you it will, man. So it's an easy read. Us athletes don't like to read a lot, man.
I'll be sure to read that one.
Yeah, but it's a good read for you, man. So all right, cool. Okay, next thing, advice, for younger athletes that are coming up who look up to you. I'm pretty sure you've been stopped, not just here in Magnolia, but even when you're up at A-State, wherever you go, you probably been stopped by kids who want to follow in your footsteps. What advice are you giving these younger kids, man?
Keep God first and believe in yourself.
Keep God first and believe in yourself.
Those are two biggest things I would say.
Absolutely.
But the one thing, keep God first.
Yeah, that's number one thing.
Everything else take care of itself.
Everything else take care of itself, man.
Just put in the work.
Put in the work, man. You know, then when you give them this advice, do they kind of look at you like, that's it? Or they tell you like, okay, I got you? Because, you know, you're probably going to talk to some younger kids who may not understand, you know, when you mean keep God first. They'll look at you like.
So I end up going into details like pray. Like pray before you go to bed.
Yep.
Pray when you wake up. Pray before you eat your food.
Yes.
And just talk to God. Tell him, like, talk to God just different times of the day. Like, it's not just one time you have to talk to him.
It's not just one thing, man. It's multiple things. You talk to him about anything that you need, you know, just guidance on the things that you need, you know, you got this, you know, big game coming up. You know, how do I approach this certain moment in this game? So, like I said, you know, it's more than just, you know, thanking him for being alive, but you can really talk to him about any and everything, man. So that's good, bro. You know, being that you're able to give, you know, these young kids the advice that they may not understand right now, but when they become, you know, 13, 14, 15, they're like, man, that's what he meant.
Yeah.
You know, keep God first and everything else will take care of itself. It's going to hit home with them later on, bro. That's good, bro. I'm glad you said that, man. You know. All right, next thing. Personal interests. You know, I know you said something about riding horses earlier. You know, what kind of personal interests do you have, man? I know church is a big thing. You know, outside of church, what are some big interests that you have, man?
I like watching movies.
Okay. What kind of movies you like?
I like action and like animation movies.
Movies.
Yeah. I don't watch anime.
I'm about to get on it. Yeah,
I don't watch anime, but I watch animation movies like. Let me see.
Like cartoon movies, but not maybe. Maybe not like anime.
But I can now do sometimes look and see anime, good anime stuff on like TikTok or something. But I have to keep rewatching. Because it kind of like give me a message.
Yeah, bro.
So not a knock to them either.
Yeah.
But like just real, I like action movies.
Yeah.
Like ride horses.
Yeah.
I like playing dominoes.
But you from down south. It's either spades, dominoes, or something like that, man. That's what we do down here, man.
So I play spades with my grandparents and my uncles.
Yeah.
But I like to watch my grandparents and my uncles play against each other.
Because they talk trash.
Yes.
Man,
and so
they get competitive.
To me, my two uncles on my mother's side, they play against one of my grandparents and one of my aunties. And so seeing them play against each other, I always say my uncle's way better than them. Man,
you said that on camera,
so
bro?
I done told them to their face.
Oh, okay,
I got the videos.
Yeah.
But my grandma and my auntie, they win. They be winning. But it was one time that my uncle, now this last recent time too, they won and they beat them very bad.
Yeah.
And so I be telling my grandma every time I see her that they can't beat my uncles.
You can't beat them. You can't see them, man.
And my uncles, they always say like 99% confidence. Like they just go on and they just start boosting up the situation.
Man. Yeah,
so
they let them have it a little bit more, man.
And I love it.
Yeah, you talking about competitive. You look where you get your competitive nature from right there, man.
I love watching them play.
That's great, man. So, and you've been riding horses since you were younger. I mean, that's one thing that we do here.
I started riding. I always used to want to have a horse, but I was so big in basketball. Then horses cost a lot of money. Like
horses are expensive, bro.
The good horses.
Yeah, man.
And so we was always just caught up on basketball. So I was able to ride some of my friends' horses, starting around maybe 9th grade. Okay. Maybe 9th grade. Yeah, I think 9th grade, 9th or 10th grade.
Okay. That's real recently. No lie, man. Yeah, you just second year in high school, college, right? Yeah. That's recently, bro.
Yeah, so I always used to watch it on YouTube, but I just never had time because we so busy in the basketball. And like all my friends, like the ones that's in the horses, they start riding way earlier than I did.
Man. You see them at the parades. Yeah. Little kids on horses and stuff like that, man.
They were able to do that, but, you know, everybody has two different paths. You know, we all trying to have two different goals, which is, like, everybody has their fun different ways.
Yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. And that's one thing that I regret, you know, that I never got a chance to really do was ride horses here. Because, like you said, everybody did it. And it just seemed cool, you know, to get up on a horse and, you know, ride this amazing animal, you know, parades and stuff like that. Just in the fields, pastures, whatever it is, man. So I wish it ain't too late. You can do it. But I just wish I would have got into it earlier when I was here, man. So that's great, man, that you're able to kind of wind down from basketball, have some interest outside the game. Because if you didn't, you get so consumed in the game of basketball, and then it'll sometimes it do you more harm than it is good because you want to appreciate it the way you should, man. But I'm glad that you're able to do that, man, to have some downtime and, have some personal interest, bro. That's good. Does anybody else in your family ride?
My brother.
Your brother rides?
My brother, he probably riding right now. I wouldn't be surprised, but he ride now he started younger than I did because he was with me when I was starting to ride.
See that?
He started younger, so but he rides so good, right? He can ride bareback.
Really? He's been riding that?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy,
he can ride bareback, so he can ride.
He's really good.
I followed him. When I first came down here, he went to go ride horse. I just followed and watched him.
Yeah.
He can ride.
Good. How tall is he now?
Taller than me. He taller than me. So.
And he plays ball too, right?
He plays ball. He runs track.
Yeah.
He does the high jump.
High jump, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's good, jumping. That's good,
So,
man. No football or just basketball?
I thought he was going to go back to football, but he's good at football too.
That's good, man. Athlete, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I got it. Cool. All right, next one I got for you, man. Looking ahead, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years, both in your basketball career and your personal life? 5 years. I know it's I won't say it's a long time, but, that's kind of far in the future, But in 5 years, if you had to put, 2 or 3 goals on where you see yourself, where do you want to be, man?
To be playing in NBA. My family them being able to just be free, like they want to keep working.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody we just being stable and we're okay. Us being okay.
Yeah.
But if that does, I'm not going to say that. Playing the NBA.
Gotcha.
And family being okay.
That's I know you was gonna probably give a plan B.
Yeah.
But I was talking about this with my brother a couple of nights ago. Some people who go off and make it don't have a plan B. They only know plan A, and sometimes that works for everybody. But sometimes it works for them. That you only have plan A, and that's your plan. You're gonna stick with it until you make it. Sometimes that doesn't work for everybody. So you have to know your place of what you think you need, what's best for you, if I can say it that way. So if you feel like my goal is NBA, that's what I want, I'm going to stay on this path until God shows me otherwise. That's what you have to do. And I'm glad you cut yourself off, because I'm a big believer, firm believer, right, that positive energy. If you put that positive energy out, then that positive energy come back to you, right? So if you're speaking stuff into existence like that, like, yo, I want to play in the league. That's what you're striving for to do, man. You got to speak that into existence, right? Obviously, you pray and everything like that, keep God first, but you got to speak out like, this is what I want to do. This is my goal, right?
That's what I want to do.
Yeah,
that's what I want to do.
There you go. You got to speak it into existence, man. And like I said, keep everything the main topic like it should be, and you'll go from there, man. And you said that you wanna be able to
just be able to look at my family and see that they're okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, if they want to, you want to be in a situation where if they wanted to stop working, that they could, or they have the choice to keep doing it. That is like and even like that with me, with what I want to do, with this podcast, with training. Right, and I told my mom, when I started this, I told my dad when I started this podcast, bro, and this is, I came up with the idea, over a year ago, but really put it into play January of this year, and to see how it has grown the way it did in, it's made 5 months, closing in on 4,000 followers, and that's hard to do, especially with a podcast when everybody has them, right? So that's why I say I've been blessed, right? But one of my whole goals was to, give highlight to athletes like yourself, to coaches who are in the field doing their thing, not just on a national level like you, but, just regular athletes who are doing their thing in the community, right? When I started that, that's what I wanted to do. And then the next thing I told my parents was, like, I want to have this set up that way if you want to retire, when I got this going, you can retire.
Yeah.
You know, I want to be able to sit back and, you know that I can financially take care of your retirement, have you not worry about anything that you want, right? And that's the same thing that you want, right? Just kind of like in different paths, but it's the same thing. And I think, you know, I don't think this is a Southern thing. I think, honestly, to tell you the truth, that is I think that's a cultural thing, just being a black man, right? You know, I think you want to sit back and be able to say, I was able to, you know, help my family, you know, and do stuff like that, man. Just being as a black man, you know, and I hope I can say as just a man in general that you look forward to doing stuff like that, man. But I know as a black man, where we're from, that's what we want to do. You know, we want to be able to take care of your family, because you hear stories about your grandparents and, you know, your dad and your mom tell you, I always wanted to make sure my grandparents didn't have to work. And then that falls on you that you want to do the same thing, man. So I'm, you know, just knowing that you have that in mind, you know, that gives me a little bit of motivation, more motivation to keep going with what I'm doing as well, bro. And I hope that motivates you, man.
It do.
Oh my God, it's dope, man.
4,000.
Yeah.
A certain amount of months, man.
Yeah, man. You know, that's and like I said, I don't take it for granted. You know, it's nowhere near what, you know. You see something like the Joe Rogan experience. He's been doing this for 20 years and has millions of followers and stuff like that. I didn't come in with a platform of you know, big key celebrities and people that I've known and stuff like that. I really had to, you know, get boots on ground and grind to do this, right? I've been blessed to be introduced to some amazing people and build relationships with these people, and you know, that's how I had to do it. But like I said, if I would have had, you know, connects to, you know, top tier athletes in the professional world, it would have been a took off. But I'm enjoying this process.
Everybody path different.
Yes, right. Everybody path is different, man. And so that's why when I tell people, I'm really enjoying the path that I'm on, man. It's not perfect, but I'm enjoying the path, bro. All right. Next thing. Favorite basketball player, man. It's kind of like, you know, get fun and creative with this thing, man. Who's your favorite basketball player?
Kobe Bryant's always been mine.
Kobe's been, usually too long for Jordan.
I was able to see him. Yeah. Like, I wasn't able to see him right when he came in, but I was able to see him enough to where I knew he was my favorite player. Yeah. And if you're saying, like, right now.
Kobe was enough, man. That was enough for me, bro.
Oh, okay.
Man, Kobe was enough. I mean, and if you want to give, like, a more current player, because God rest Kobe's soul, but, you know, Kobe had been retired a few years, and obviously he passed away. But if you want to give a more current player, you can go do that, man.
I say Anthony Edwards.
I knew it was gonna be Edwards. Yeah, he's man. Listen, dude, he coming, bro. He's coming, man. And I think they don't beat Denver when they play tonight, but he's coming. Yeah. Hey, bro. I know you want the Timberwolves to win. I don't know if they get past them for tonight, because I mean, just they're the reigning champs for a reason. They done seen everything. You know, well-coached team. Know what it takes to win at that next level. I think that experience would show. But Ant Edwards, bro, he nice and he's coming, bro. He's coming, bro. And I think in a few years, he's probably gonna be the face of the league. I see it coming, man. You know, with just the way he approaches the game, his leadership, he takes ownership to certain things and stuff like that at a young age. And it's going to help him a lot, man. So, like I said, he just got to learn a few more things that just come with time and experience, bro. But Kobe, did you ever get a chance to see him play in person, man?
Like at an actual game?
Actual game.
Never. On TV, that's as close as I got.
Man, I regret, and I said this story on a previous episode, but I regret not going to see Kobe play. So when I was in the military, I think I was just getting out. My wife, she's from Cali. That's why I moved out there. She flew back home, and she ended up getting tickets to go see Kobe play. Oh. Yeah, man. She said, "Yo, let's go, come." And I wanted to stay back in Virginia. I don't know why I wanted to stay in Virginia. I felt like I needed to work because I just got out the military. And that transition of getting out the military and going into the workforce, if you don't know how hard that is for veterans as a hard transitional period. I think it's harder for that transition than it is harder for a high school athlete to go to college, because it's hard. You see a lot of veterans who fall on hard times. No lie, I can admit I fell on hard times when I got to military, bro. But that transitional period of getting out the military and then going into the normal workforce is hard. So I felt like as a man I need to stay back and work, right? So she got tickets to go see Kobe play, and I regret that I didn't get to see him play. And I regret that because unfortunately, like I said, he did pass away, and he retired, maybe 6-7 years back. So Kobe was still in Kobe form during that time. She went to see him play. And I said, how was the atmosphere when they called his name? She said, man, at the time, Staples Center went crazy. Everybody was up on their feet. How did Kobe react? Like he done it before. He walked out. Everybody, he giving everybody 5 chest bump. He had that mamba stare in his eye. And she said he went off about 20, 30 points that game. He said he did his thing against Kobe. And I told the story that, I was able to see Kobe in person at a shoe signing. And that was one of those moments I would never forget, because they tell you that you get around people and their persona, their aura, you can feel their aura, the energy they give off. And I got maybe from here, 5-6 feet away from Kobe, 8 feet, 10 feet tops, I was close to him. And his energy that he gave off was different. And they said the energy that he gave off was like what Michael Jordan gave off. That different aura that you give off, man. He had that aura about him that everybody just wanted to be around him. And he's, talking at this shoe signing and, about this was the year that Dwight Howard came. That year. That was that year he came to the Lakers, bro. He was excited about Dwight coming. He called him, let's get to work, let's get this thing going to win a championship, right? So he was, like I said, still in Kobe form, bro. And just to be around him that close and, feel that energy it was something amazing, bro. And I got a chance to see Michael play twice. Michael Jordan. Bro. Yeah, man, twice.
Was he good?
Listen, bro. The things that you see in The Last Dance on YouTube, it don't do justice seeing it in person. I'm pretty sure you have people tell you that, like, man, I seen you on film, and you're explosive, but I didn't know you were that explosive until I seen you in person. You don't know the thing of grace and beauty, his footwork, his skill, until you see it in person. And I got to see it twice when they played in Houston, bro. So I saw the 72-10 Bulls play. That's when they were just crushing everybody, right? So I saw them, and I saw the year. I think it was either the year after, before or after I seen him. But just his grace and the way he dominated the game, it was crazy, bro. And even in Houston, people were going crazy for him, scoring and stuff like that, man. So like I said, I seen in my eyes, top 3 basketball players of all time. People throw LeBron in there as well. And I do put LeBron as top 3. But seeing Kobe and Michael play, not seeing Kobe play, but seeing him in person, being able to get eyes on them was, a thing of, it was a blessing to me, man. Because like as much as you love the game of basketball like I do, that's a big thing to see them, bro. Gotcha, man. All right, so now, next one I got for you. Top 5 starting basketball players. Give me point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward.
That I would pick?
That you would pick.
Like how I would make my team?
Yeah, how you would make your team.
So they don't. I can put them in any position.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? Well, I know we live in an age of like positionless basketball right now, but let's go. Give me your top point guard, your top shooting guard of all time. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do it that way. All right. I'm going to make you think, man. Top point guard, man. And it can be anybody. Anybody you put up there.
Oh, I can pick anybody.
Well, you got to be point guard.
Oh,
though.
You got to be point
guard. You got to be point guard, man.
Okay. Point guard.
You building a team as a GM. Who do you want to run this point guard, man?
They are at their best, though? Everybody's at their best.
Everybody's at their peak position, bro. Peak prime. Let's go.
Dang. Can I give you this and then I give you the 5 positions after that?
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Number 1.
Okay.
And my 1, I'm gonna put go with Steph.
Steph. Okay. That's fair.
Ooh,
That's
wait a
fair.
minute.
And, oh, you going back? Wait, where you going back, man?
I thought about Ja. All right, I'm gonna go with Steph. I'm gonna go with Steph.
Okay.
Well, Steph at my 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Kobe.
Okay.
At my 3, I'm gonna go with Bron.
Okay.
At the 4, was Tim Duncan the 4?
Bro, Tim Duncan was the 4.
Okay.
He was the guy, in my eyes, the greatest power forward to play the game.
Okay,
bro.
I go with Tim Duncan at the 4.
Okay.
And then I go Shaq at 5.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, I can. Okay.
So I got Steph, Kobe,
yep,
Bron, Tim Duncan, and Shaq.
That lineup is amazing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm picking mine, right? And
Okay.
let me pick mine. Okay. Let's just say we're picking who we want. Maybe not who's the top all time, like you said, right? So if I'm picking who I want to run my show right now, real life, I love Magic, even though he was before my time.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to see Magic play. So,
That's why I didn't figure, because I didn't
see him play. I still think he's the greatest point guard, right? Even though I didn't get to see him play, just what he did for the game. But if I'm picking like starting 5, like right now, I'm going with Kyrie. Yeah, I gotta go. I thought you were gonna say Kyrie. I did.
I don't know why I'm not thinking about that right now.
I thought you were gonna say Kyrie, man. So I'm going Kyrie. I'm going MJ. I'm going Bron, Tim Duncan, and then I'm going Shaq. So I differ with you in the 1 and 2.
I didn't think about Kyrie.
Man, Kyrie. And Steph. Listen, Steph, a generational talent, right? The game ever see somebody like him? Eventually, I think we will, right? And he's done things for the 3-point shot. Yeah, Steph now is a solid pick, But me and getting Kyrie, somebody I don't, Steph can stretch the floor and shoot the 3. Kyrie can do that. Not maybe it's better than Steph. I need Kyrie to facilitate, get everybody involved, get MJ the ball, get Bron the ball, Tim Duncan.
I want to switch my 4.
Okay,
I want Tim Duncan.
Who you want, man?
They got Lopez the 5 for Milwaukee, right?
No.
Is Giannis the 5?
No. Milwaukee. Giannis is 4. Giannis the 4.
Yeah, I'm going Giannis.
You going Giannis,
I'm going
man?
Greek Freak at the
over
4.
Tim?
Yeah.
But Tim was, you know what? Tim was a little bit. He was a little bit before you. I'm gonna tell you now. Mr. Fundamental himself. Giannis is more athletic. I give you that. But Tim Duncan would work Giannis. I promise. You can ask your dad. I promise you, Tim Duncan will work Giannis.
I'm just stick with that right now. I'm gonna stick with Tim. I'm gonna go back.
Don't let me change your mind,
I
man.
give you my other 5.
All right, who you got? Start of all time now.
I'm in any position.
Any position.
At the 1.
Yep.
I'm going Anthony Edwards.
Okay.
At the 2, I'm going Kobe. At the 3, I'm going LeBron.
Okay.
At the 4, I'm going Greek Freak.
Okay.
At the 5, I'm going Shaq.
That's who you going. That's who you picking. That like my top 5 right there.
And my 5. I wanted to put Kevin Durant in there for Greek Freak, but I don't know. I don't know. I could have put Bron at the 4, Kevin Durant at the 3.
So many you can do with that, man. What? Yeah. I respect it, man. I respect it. Now, if I'm going
actually,
like that, you can.
I could put Bron at the,
yeah.
I could put Bron at the 4 and
we put it at 3. KD?
I could put KD at the 3.
Okay.
It's interchangeable.
All right. Me, all time, I'm going with, like I said, even though I see Magic play, I'm going Magic, Mike, Bron, and Tim and Shaq. That's it's an old school lineup outside of Bron. But I mean, I feel like at their position, man, nobody's more dominant than Shaq.
So we have AE and Magic.
Yeah, AE and Magic, man. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, AE is more athletic.
It's gonna be Magic got some stuff.
Yeah, Magic got some stuff, man. He wasn't just all out flashy. They don't call him Mr. Showtime, the Magic Man, for nothing, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, man. All right, cool. Let me get to the next one, bro. Now, I know you said you didn't cook a lot, but what's your favorite pregame meal? Let's go back to high school. College, you just still trying to get your. Let's go high school. What did you like to eat before a game in high school, man? Like that's my go-to meal before I play.
I didn't have a go-to. We used to go to Subway.
Of course, yeah.
We used to go to Subway. I get like a little sandwich. But high school, man, I can eat
anything,
man.
Anything we need, man. You young like that, you eat anything before the game, man. Got you. Okay. What about college?
Whatever our strength coach stuff.
Whatever you tell you, got you for you. Got you, man. Got you. They trying to give you the best nutrients and stuff for you before the game. What was the best advice you ever received?
I'm trying to see how I'm supposed to put this sentence. But basically, like, just knowing that people not always going to be here. You're not going to always have certain people, so you better, you got to just...
You enjoy the people while they can, while they're here. Enjoy everybody while you're here. I know the saying that you're saying, because you hear it down south all the time, man. You know, you enjoy people while they're here because eventually they're going to get called home, right? So, 100%. That's a great saying, bro. Love it, man. It just show character, family morals, and stuff that you have, man, your upbringing. Next thing, we talked about, you said, so you gave me some, hobbies and stuff that you do, but what is your favorite hobby that you do outside of basketball?
I like staying home watching movies.
Nothing wrong with that, bro.
I like staying home.
Nothing home, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Staying home, you're not worried about getting in trouble.
Not worried about getting in trouble.
I'm in my safe space. I'm good right there, man.
I can't get on nobody's nerves.
There it is, bro.
Besides my mom and if I ask for some food or something.
Yep, that's it, man.
That's the only thing.
Can't you cook, man? Go in there and cook your own meal, son.
I come home asking, my favorite day of the week is Tuesday, though.
Really?
Because she make tacos.
You got on LeBron train to tacos?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, this before LeBron
really?
even said.
Before he said it?
I was eating this when we was over there in Shamrock.
That's good, man. Yeah, man. That's the thing. My wife is Hispanic and, tacos.
Yeah, you love tacos?
Man, bro.
Yeah,
hey,
my mama, man, she can cook some.
Yeah, man, I love tacos. And, growing up here, and then I was talking about this with my brother Gavin, my dad and them, that growing up here, we think, Taco Bell is like, oh, we got tacos, that's Mexican food. Man, I got out of Arkansas, went to Virginia, and found out what tacos really were, like actual street tacos and stuff like that, how they do it.
They good. I don't think I ever had a street taco.
Man,
I never had a street taco.
The tortilla is smaller. They double them up. They put your meat on there. My meat is, I love El Pastor. El Pastor is like a marinated pork. Man, but listen, bro.
I'm just used to ground beef.
Yeah, man. Hey, listen. They got chicken. They got carne asada, which is beef. El Pastor is pork. They got carnitas, which is pork.
Yeah, you talking another language. I ain't never heard none of that.
Bro, hey, listen, bro. They got chorizo. They got fish tacos. Listen, man. When I got introduced to what those tacos were, beef tacos went out the window, bro. Regular ground beef tacos out the window. Man. You'll get to the point where you try it. And when you try it, I promise you're going to hit me up like, yo, Coach D.
So what's the one I need to try?
You know what? Chicken. Try chicken. Start off with chicken.
Chicken taco?
Chicken taco.
'Cause I only do meat and cheese.
Meat and cheese? Nah. You don't need cheese on these. The only thing you putting on there, you putting your meat. You got your meat, your tortilla. You got you got your salsa that you put on there. You can put grilled onions on there if you want to. That's it, bro.
That's all I need.
Cilantro if you want that.
I don't know. If I usually don't get none if I don't know how to spell it.
Yeah, bro. Listen. You know what? I don't know how the Mexican food places here are, but I'm pretty sure they got tacos. Okay. You gotta go. You gotta go to one of these spots here and yo, let me have a street taco. And they give you, okay, here, this is what meat you want. Get the chicken. If they got El Pastor, get El Pastor. If you, I promise you, bro, you're gonna be like,
I won't look back.
You won't look back. I promise you, man. It'll open your eyes to a whole different ball game of what tacos is, man. I promise you, bro. Promise you, man. All right. The last thing I got for you, man. This is probably a big one for you. What advice can you go back? Well, not even go back. If you met a young Derrian Ford today, what advice would you give him on his journey? not knowing that Derrian Ford, he's not knowing that you're him from the future, right? So what advice could you give him to help him along the way to progress him in his journey? That's a big question.
I actually always used to think about this.
That's good. I'm
and
glad
it keeps me going.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever happens, whatever's about to happen when you get older, just promise me that you won't stop. That you won't. Well, that you won't quit or give up.
Mm-hmm.
And I would tell, because I always, like I said, I always think about this. I would tell them two things: whatever happens, don't stop, and never let anybody take or break you down. Like, believe in yourself.
God believe it. Confidence we talked about earlier, right?
Believe in yourself. Like, believe in yourself more than you ever have. Like, never, no matter what situation you go into, believe in yourself.
You have to. You got to know who you are as an athlete, right? And that goes back to the confidence what we talked about earlier. You know, it sounds like you had heard something similar to what I tell my athletes, right? The confidence, right? You know, if you don't have that in yourself, then you're broken. Then it's like, there's no point of doing what you're doing. Excuse me. So being that you're able to tell, you know, that's what you would tell your younger self, like, you know, don't stop. Just keep going. It's going to happen. Whatever happens, just be ready for it. Keep going, right?
Whatever happens, don't stop.
Don't stop. And then, you know, believe in yourself, right? That's it. Because, you know, as kids, you know, unfortunately, you have coaches who break you down and don't know how to build you back up and just ruin your confidence. You just lose love of the sport that you play, right? So, you know, that advice goes so much further, you know, for somebody going up, you know, because they'll never forget that, bro. Never forget that. Man, dude, I want to, before we close this thing out, man, and I think I said it off camera, and if I say it again, you know, I said this in the beginning, but I want to say it again, bro. But, you know, just watching you, you know, from the time that you were walking, you know, to what you've become now, it's been amazing watching you, bro. And like I said, I've, you know, haven't per se kept in touch with you, but I always kept in touch with your family to check in on you, you know, check out your schedule, you know, just to see, give advice on training and stuff like that to your dad on things that I would do with you to help you, you know, along the journey and stuff like that, you know. But just watching you develop into what you're becoming it's been amazing, bro. And I know you're gonna hear this, you know, you hear it from people here all the time and stuff like that. But, you know, just as somebody who's coaching and doing things in California, just to let you know, people out there are knowing who you are as well too, right? So keep going, okay? Keep going. You know, it's not a lot of people who make it out and able to get on the stage like you're on with your life, right? So don't take it for granted like we talked about, right? Keep going. Don't ever stop, right? Because you never know who you're motivating. You know, it could be me. You know, I told you, I see you going, that makes me keep going, right? You know, and I hope that motivation, you know, reflects off on you as well, because we're two people from a small town of 12,000 people, you know, and to be in the position that we're in, you know, that's just a blessing, right, bro? So I just want to let you know how proud I am of you. You know, when I talk to my dad, he's proud of you. My brother, family, just my family in general, everybody's proud of you. Members of the church, right? So just keep going, you know. Whatever happens, like you said, don't stop, right? Keep God first. Keep doing your thing. Everything will continue to work itself out. Speak stuff into existence like we talked about, man. Remember the big picture, what you always wanted. And if you continue to do that and, you know, can't take this page out of the Bronze book, just strive for greatness, right? You know, I tell my athletes, you know, people, you know, say that they're you know, they're with perfection, right? They're walking after perfection, you know, looking for perfection. No, man, chase it. You have to chase perfection, bro, because it's not going to stop. So if you continue to chase those things, it's going to keep you grounded. It's going to keep you hungry. It's going to keep you motivated to do the things that you want to do, man. So I'm proud of you, little bro, okay? Your head is on straight, and don't stop, okay? Don't stop, man. Don't stop. And when you get time, maybe if it's not this year, because I know that you're here doing your thing with your dad, but you got to bring your butt to Cali for 2 weeks, man. All right? 2 weeks, bro. You come out there, stay with me and the fam, 2 weeks, and we training 5 days a week. I'm letting you know that now, man. I'm putting you through just pure performance training, things that I do with my athletes out there that I know is going to open up your eyes to how you do things here as well. Things that you can take to college and then help you do things while you're in season as well. So, like I said, you got to tap in with me out there when you get a chance, man. And when I see your dad, I'm going to let him know, hey, Ford, man, come on, bro. Get him out there for 2 weeks, man. Give me 2 weeks with him. I need him for 10 days of training. 10 days of training. You come back and relax with the family, man. And then, like I said, it's just going to open up your eyes to some different things for training-wise, man. And like I said, bro, I'm just proud of you, man. And just keep going, okay? Keep going. Now, do me a favor and 2 things. I need at least 1 or 2 guests that you can get on this show. If, somebody, if it's your basketball coach, I'm cool with that. I just need, because I want to interview people from everywhere, bro. So if you can give me 2 guests that you think would be good for the show, let me know. Can you give them a shout out right here and let them know that you coming for them to get them on the show, man?
2 guests.
Yep, 2 guests, man.
2 guests.
2 guests, man. 2 guests.
Caught me on the spot.
I did. And I did that for a reason. I did it for a reason, man.
2 guests that I would give.
Coaches, players, like that, man.
Players.
If you need time to think about it, I'll give you time to think about it.
Yeah,
but I had to get you on the spot, all right?
I'm gonna need time.
Yeah. I got your number, so I'm gonna definitely
text you. I can text you 2 people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just 2.
That's 2. That's it. Just
okay.
2 people. 1 or 2 people.
Okay.
I would be selfish and say 3, but if you give me 2, I'm good, man.
I do 3. I can see you 3.
My guy, let's do it.
Just gotta give us some time.
I got you, man. I gotta have you.
Good one.
I gotta have your basketball coach though, man. Was it Coach B? I gotta have you. I gotta get you on here, Coach B. That's 1 right there, man.
I get you 2. I can get you 2.
All right, then next thing, man, let everybody know where to follow you at on your journey on Instagram, so they can follow you there. If you have X now, I guess what they call it, whatever. Just the social media platforms where people can follow you at, man, when you want them to.
Instagram at Derrian Ford 2022, and Twitter is at The Truth Ballers.
The Truth Ballers, my guy. Awesome, man. Anything you want to close out with, man? You tell them a little bit about,
Shout out to APF, man.
Let's go.
Shout out to APF. Thank y'all for having me on. Appreciate
you. My guy, again, man, thank you for sitting down with me. It's been a blessing. It's been a pleasure, bro. Keep going.
Appreciate you.
My boy.
Appreciate you.